Alan Shebaro is a former U.S. Army Special Forces sergeant. He recently went viral on social media for a speech he made calling for an end to the killings in Gaza. And he joins us live now from McKinney in Texas. Sergeant Shebaro, thanks very much for being with us here on TRT World. I want to ask you, first of all, about those comments you made in that forum and the response that you got for it since then, because as we said there, it is really a lot of people have been drawn to it and it's gone viral.
Yes, actually, there's a lot of effect on both sides. One of the most positive aspects of it is it's after finding out it's been shared in Palestine and Gaza, bringing a lot of hope. So that definitely that meant a lot, and I'm glad the message reached, to the people that needed to reach.
And what was it that prompted you to say the things that you said? Was it a particular moment, or is it something that had been building up for some time?
To be perfectly honest, the word unprovoked, it triggered a whole entire chain reaction, and completely ignoring everything that had happened the year prior, then all the air raids in the West Bank and the settler colonies that have been, killing Palestinians throughout the year between the 1st of January to the 1st of October was completely dismissed and not even brought up for maybe a couple of weeks later. And that wasn't even something that they were forced to do because they had to be held accountable for that as well.
And I know, and you alluded to this, there's been a great deal of positive response to what you said there, and many people who support a ceasefire in Gaza will welcome the comments that you made. But they might be surprised perhaps that it has come from someone like yourself, a U.S. Combat veteran. And I'm just wondering, what kind of a response have you gotten from people in the military community in the United States?
It's been mixed. One of the best parts of it, though, is that I actually had some veterans that actually did reach out and questioning a lot of the things as well, and causing them to actually do the research on their own. I think that's the best way to actually do it. You can't force information on somebody. You can't force someone to change their mind. But if you can allow them to see a path and do their own research and come to their own conclusions, it's fairly obvious what they're going to, the end result's going to be.
And as you know, there is a lot of debate right now on the conflict itself and the possibility of Israel launching this ground incursion into Rafah in southern Gaza, where so much of the population of Gaza is clustered right now. Israeli leaders have been saying that they are going to go ahead with this, but they believe that they can minimize casualties, and they're calling on civilians to leave to safe areas. And I'm just wondering, drawing on your military experience, what is your take on that whole debate?
How much time do I have? I think where are they going to go? It's as simple as that. Where are they going to go? How are they going to reach safety? If the fighting's still going on in North Gaza, and everything's been pushed down to the south. Now they're stuck in the south and they can't go anywhere. So I don't understand the mentality behind that. I can't wrap my mind around it. I don't know how people can believe that narrative. They're literally being trapped and starved, and then playing off that, they're bringing those, the flower massacre that just recently happened was showed to the whole world what they're capable of. Using starving people and using the food to lure them in, and then create chaos. And of course, you're going to have a stampede if you fire into the air or anywhere in 4 o'clock in the morning, when when you have all these starving people just trying to get food. So, to me, the defenses that they've been using are absurd.
I just want to ask you finally, just picking up on something that you mentioned earlier, you used the word unprovoked, and this was something that drew you to say what you had said. A lot of people will say that while what's happening in Gaza and so many civilian lives lost there is terrible, they will say that it was not provoked, and they will of course point to the events of October 7th and the Hamas attack on Israelis on the border there. What would you say to that?
I'd say just open up some books and read some history. And you don't even have to go far. You can go to the last year, the year before that, the year before that. In the last 4 years alone, there have been more civilian Palestinians killed by Israeli occupation forces and settlers than there were killed civilians on October 7th. If you just go back 10 years, there have been 8,000 Palestinians killed in the West Bank, and Hamas is not even in control there. So where's the actual argument? This is what I don't understand. This is what I'm still trying to figure out.
We'll have to leave it there. Appreciate your time, U.S. Army Special Forces Sergeant Alan Shebaro. Thanks very much for being with us.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate your time.